Welcome to our fifth session. So far, together with Alex, we've explored the deeper causes of his insomnia, discussed the connection between anxious thoughts and sleep, and started building a clearer understanding of the patterns that are keeping him awake. In today's session, we're focusing on practical tools that can make a real difference, even from the very first night. Breathing exercises, a simple form of meditation suitable for beginners, and a few essential elements of healthy sleep hygiene. This isn't about perfection. It's about creating the right conditions for rest. Sleep can't be forced, but it can be invited. And today, we'll talk about how to make space for it. Welcome back, Alex. I'm so glad to see you again for our fifth coaching session. You've come a long way already, and I think it's important to acknowledge that. Tell me, how has this past week been for you?
It's actually been pretty good. I've been quite consistent with the 10-minute mini vacations. I feel like they're starting to become part of my routine. And the sleep, it's on the right track. It's not perfect, but definitely more restful than before.
That's great, Alex. The fact that you're sticking to those breaks and starting to see improvements in your sleep tells me you're becoming more aware of your needs and more attentive to how your body responds. Today, we'll dive a little deeper. We'll talk about breathing techniques to calm an active mind, an introduction to meditation, what it is, and how you can adapt it to your lifestyle. And then we'll discuss sleep hygiene, those small habits that, together, can create an environment conducive to deep sleep.
Okay, Maria, I am curious. Let's dive in.
Let's start with a very effective breathing technique called 4 to 7 and 8. It's perfect for those evenings when you feel like your mind is racing in all directions, and you just can't stop the flow of thoughts. Imagine yourself on a beach. You inhale as the wave comes toward you. Hold your breath as the wave rests still on the shore, and exhale slowly as the wave retreats. Your body learns to sync with the rhythm of nature. And in that rhythm, there is no stress. First step. Breathe in deeply, through your nose, counting to 4. Try to feel your belly expanding, not just your chest. Think of it as filling your body with calm. This 4-second inhale is like a wave gently rising up onto the shore. You see it approaching slowly, without rush. It brings you fresh, calming energy. Second step, hold your breath as you count to 7. During this time, your body realizes it can slow down. It's like pressing the pause button on your thoughts. Holding your breath for 7 seconds is like that moment when the water rests on the sand, completely still, just before it begins to recede. Everything is in balance. No noise, no movement. Just a pause between two moments. Third step. Now exhale gently through your mouth for 8 seconds, as if you're blowing on a candle, but without putting out the flame. With each breath out, imagine you're letting go of a worry. This 8-second exhale is like the wave slowly retreating back into the sea. Calm and drawn out, it pulls away all your fears, thoughts, and tension, leaving the sand smooth and clean behind. It sounds simple, but it has a profound effect on the nervous system. It helps shift from the alert mode into a state of calm.
Wow. I didn't think I'd feel anything after just a few breaths, but it really works. It's like my thoughts have slowed down, in a good way. I don't feel that constant pressure in my head anymore. I think I could make this a habit in the evenings before bed.
I'm glad you felt an immediate effect, Alex. The 4-7-8 technique is extremely powerful because it helps restore balance in the body by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation. Through controlled breathing, the mind is relieved of stress and helps you enter a state of deep calm. It's a simple yet effective tool that you can use even when you feel like you have no control over your thoughts. That's why it's important to practice it daily. Even just a few minutes before bed can make a big difference in the quality of your sleep.
Indeed, I feel much more relaxed now. I think this might be the key to stopping the avalanche of thoughts at the end of the day. I'll try to integrate it in the evening because it really helps.
Perfect, Alex. Now that we've talked about breathing, let's move on to another very effective tool for calming the mind: meditation. Meditation is a practice that helps you bring your attention to the present moment and calm your mind. It may seem difficult at first, especially when your mind is tired or restless, but it is a gradual process. The goal is not to stop your thoughts, but to observe them without getting caught up in them. There are many types of meditation, but the one we will discuss today is mindfulness meditation. It involves being aware and present in each moment without judgment. It's important to understand that meditation doesn't necessarily mean sitting with your eyes closed and trying to empty your mind completely. You can start by noticing what's happening around you or in your body. For example, physical sensations, sounds around you, or even your breath. Over time, you'll notice that your mind naturally calms down.
That sounds interesting. I've never tried it before, but I think I could give it a few minutes a day, especially if it helps me control my thoughts.
Exactly, Alex. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can start with just 5 minutes a day, maybe in the morning or evening, and dedicate this time to being aware of the present moment. All you need to do is focus on your breath or the sensations in your body and allow yourself to be completely in that moment without rushing.
That sounds pretty doable. I think it's worth a try.
Definitely. And it doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to build a consistent habit, and the benefits will come as you practice. Perfect, Alex. Now that we've covered breathing and meditation, let's talk about something equally important for your mental and physical well-being: sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene refers to the habits and practices that promote better sleep quality. It's not just about the number of hours you sleep, but about how you prepare your body and mind for restful sleep. Small adjustments to your environment and routine can have a significant impact on how well you sleep. Let's start with the basics. The first thing you can do is establish a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your internal clock, making it easier for your body to fall asleep and wake up naturally.
That makes sense. I tend to stay up later on weekends, which probably affects how I feel during the week.
Exactly. And another important factor is creating a relaxing pre-sleep routine. About an hour before bed, try to avoid activities that are stimulating, like checking your phone or working on a computer. Instead, you can engage in relaxing activities, like reading, taking a warm bath, or doing some light stretching. The next aspect is your sleep environment. Your bedroom should be quiet, cool, and dark. If possible, eliminate distractions like bright lights, loud sounds, or electronic devices that emit blue light. Blue light from phones and screens can interfere with the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep.
Ah, I've heard about the blue light thing. I guess it's time to start using that night mode on my phone before bed.
Exactly. It's a small change, but it can make a big difference. Also, think about your mattress and pillows. Make sure they're comfortable and supportive. Sometimes, little things like the right pillow or a room that's too warm can affect sleep quality.
I think I can improve some of these aspects. I already have a fairly dark room, but I'll work on cutting out phone use before bed.
That's great to hear. And lastly, be mindful of what you eat or drink before bed. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol in the evening. These can disrupt your sleep or prevent you from reaching the deeper, restorative stages of sleep.
Got it. I'll be more mindful of that.
Great. By improving your sleep hygiene, you'll create a solid foundation for better sleep, which will also help with stress management and overall well-being. Start with these small steps, and you'll begin to notice improvements. Well done, Alex. You've made some incredible progress so far, and I'm really proud of the effort you're putting in. By combining breathing techniques, meditation, and sleep hygiene, you're building a solid toolkit for managing stress and and taking care of your mental health. All of these little steps are adding up to a huge positive shift in how you feel, both physically and mentally. It's amazing to see how aware you've become of your body's needs. These practices are not just temporary fixes. They're about building sustainable habits that support you long-term. And remember, even when life gets busy or challenging, you now have powerful tools to keep your balance and maintain your well-being. Next time, we'll be diving into the final session of this coaching series, where we'll wrap everything up and talk about how to keep the momentum going after we finish. You've already come so far, and now it's about setting up strategies to maintain this newfound peace and clarity. But before we close, I want to ask you, what's the one thing you'll commit to trying this week? It could be as simple as using that 4 to 7 to 8 breathing technique before bed, sticking to your sleep schedule, or setting aside 10 minutes a day just for yourself. Whatever it is, I want you to choose something that feels doable and start there. These small wins can lead to big results. I can't wait for our final session together. Until then, keep building those positive habits, and let me know how it goes. I believe in you.
Thank you, Maria. I'll try the new techniques you showed me today. I'm curious to see what effect they'll have on my sleep, and I'm really looking forward to sharing my experience with you in our next session.
If you've enjoyed Alex's journey and found something helpful for your own stress or sleep challenges, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to hear about your favorite strategies, and if you're ready to take the next step in your own journey, I'd love to work with you too. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. Remember, you've got everything it takes to thrive. See you in the next episode.